Hey, what's up, y'all? We back with another video, review of the playoffs and predictions. We still in the first round. We got a lot to cover today. Let's start off with the hardest one, the hardest prediction. That's the Boston Celtics and Chicago Bulls. Now, this is hard for a few reasons. One of the main reasons is Boston is such a good team, and even though you have a star and Isaiah Thomas and Al Horford, you're never gonna see Al Horford blatantly go for 30. He's more of a 18 to 25 point a night scorer. Even in his eighth, ninth year, maybe 10th year in the league, he's still like that. That's what he brings you. Isaiah Thomas is and will always be a liability on the defensive end because he's 5'8". I mean, how hard is it if you're a 6'2", 6'3" point guard to score on somebody who's 5'8"? Not that hard. And then the Bulls, the Chicago Bulls. Now, the role players on Chicago is not as good as the role players that's on Boston. Not by a long shot. But they are suitable. They are good. They are good players. For example, you got Jay Crowder. Every team wants a Jay Crowder. You know, that gritty, plays defense, can shoot the three ball, and just as easily he'll pass up a shot with no problem. And then you got a real star, a star in Jimmy Butler. You know, 6'7", 6'6". Yesterday he put up 15 points in the fourth quarter. He only had 30 for the game, so that means from the first to the third, he only had 15 points. And in the fourth quarter, he went off for another 15. The game was 103 to 109. Bulls won. Now, before this video, I didn't know who I was gonna pick. It was hard for me to choose. But after seeing that, after realizing that they lost in the paint, like the Bulls just straight up beat them in points in the paint, I'm gonna have to go with the Bulls because of the physicality they're gonna play, because they have a star in Jimmy Butler. Isaiah Thomas is good and he's really good, but I just don't see it happening. And then with the whole thing with his sister, rest in peace to her, you know, condolences to his family. I don't even know how to feel about that. I don't know what to say to that. It's just, yeah, your sister was in a terrible car accident. She passed away, rest in peace. And then you gotta go and play a playoff game. Like, how did you focus? And it was always either they're gonna lose or he's gonna drop 50. That's what it came down to. He dropped 33, but it wasn't enough. So I got the Bulls in that series. I got the Bulls in 7. I think they go to game 7 and they pull it out. Because if not, then the Celtics is gonna win it in 6. But if they don't win it in 6, they lose in 7 because Jimmy Butler, Dwayne Wade, and Rondo ain't having that. They ain't. And the way Bobby Portis was playing yesterday was unbelievable for a first, second year player to do that in the playoffs, to drop 16 points off of really good shooting. And he was just a big factor in them winning. So that's that. I got the Bulls in 7. Let's see who else played. Warriors. This is a relatively easy one. I got Warriors in 4. Clean sweep. And don't get me wrong, and I say that because Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum, dropped 75 points together by themselves. Out of 105, they dropped 75 points by themselves. At some point, you got to step up if you their teammate. You got to make shots. You got to get open. You got to play defense. Because you had them all the way up into the middle, close to the end of the third, sorry. You had them. Then you went down by 10. Then you went down by 15. And let me just say that the Warriors are a juggernaut offensively. There's nothing you can do. Kevin Durant had the quietest 32 and 10 I've ever seen from him. The quietest. Look up, he got 10 in the second. He got 10 points in first and the second quarter combined. You look back up at the end of the game, he got 32 points and 10 rebounds. How you do it? How you do it, Mr. Durant? I don't know. I have no idea how he did it. And they play good defense on Steph and Clay, Dame and CJ McCollum. They played really, really good defense against them. Really good lockdown defense. Steph got his. Steph got off a bit. But it wasn't much. Clay did okay. But again, wasn't much. And obviously they couldn't do anything on defense. That whole team couldn't do anything on defense. The Golden State Warriors, they couldn't do anything on defense against Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum. Nothing. It was a total smash mouth performance offensively and defensively. They came to play. They need a team. All I'm saying is, if they ever get the right pieces around them, if somebody ever say, all right, look, this is what we're going to do. Because we losing too much. We got these two on $100 million contracts for the next 4 or 5 years. We need players. Now, they've done a great job at bringing along some of their first and second year players and rookies. They playing well, but not good enough. Then you sign Evan Turner. I didn't like the sign. Personally, I didn't think he was good enough for a $75 million contract. But he got it anyway. I just think that they need a piece. Yusuf Nurkic didn't play either. The center they traded for that's done excellent since he's been traded, the halfway point of the season. He's done excellent, averaging 17 and 11 when he was just averaging like 6 and 2 in Denver. So, Portland got some good picks from Denver, and they got a center they look to be building around, which is good. But they just don't have the pieces. They don't have the pieces to win. So I think this is a clean sweep across the board. Golden State will have more of a challenge in the conference finals and maybe the second round. Let's see who else played. Washington and Atlanta. Washington Wizards and Atlanta Hawks. Now, it came out that Paul Millsap said, if we came to play basketball, they came to play UFC. As in, they was playing rough. What I got to say to that is, pull your panties back up and play some ball. What do you mean? This is playoff basketball. This is playoff basketball. They are looking to make a statement at home, and they did. I like the matchups they have. I like Markieff Morris versus Paul Millsap. I think that is great. I like the matchups they have. It's just really good, really tough, gritty. And you had Marcin Gortat go off on Dwight Howard. Remember, they played together in Orlando that year. They made it to the finals against the Lakers and lost to Kobe and them. Marcin Gortat went off on them. John Wall let everybody know, put everybody on notice that, hey, I'm just as good as any other point guard in the league. And the way he's playing yesterday, I believe it. I believe it. But for them, I got the Wizards, man. I gotta take the Wizards. It's the logical thing to do. I got the Wizards in 6. I don't think Atlanta has what it takes. I don't think Atlanta has what it takes to keep up with them boys, especially at the guard position. Dennis Schroeder cannot, even though he's a very quick guard, very fast guard. He has nothing on John Wall. John Wall is going to tear that boy up. So I got them in 6. I got them in 6, maybe even 5. The way it's turning out, I think they got it in 5. I don't have much faith in Atlanta, even though they're a very good team. Budenholzer got them playing very well, but I just don't see it happening. Who else played? For the life of me, I can't think of that last team that played. I watched all the highlights. I caught 1 or 2 games, only half of them. I didn't watch the whole things. But there was one other team that played. How? Oh, all right. That's how I forgot it. You see how I always forget the blowout games? Wicked. Houston and OKC. And let me explain this to y'all. Houston has a better team right now, to date. At this present point in time, Houston has the better team. They do. But over the long run, I'm saying for the next 4 years, 3-4 years, OKC has the better team. It has the better chance of winning in the next 3-4 years, because you have Westbrook, who is a machine. Then you have 2 of the best bigs at their position in Enes Kanter and Steven Adams. They just need the pieces. They just can't score like Houston can. Because Houston has a shooting team. They have everybody can score. Everybody. And that boy Clint Capella, boy, oh boy, he gonna be a problem next year. He's looking good. He's looking good. Rebounds, putbacks. He's just really bouncy. He's a really bouncy guy. But it was a blowout. Westbrook didn't shoot well. Harden did his thing. The whole team pretty much beat him. The whole team beat OKC. And that's how it was supposed to go. At first, you look at the matchups and you think, all right, well, this is go 1 or 2 ways. 1, Houston going to shoot him out the gym. Or 2, the physicality of OKC and them boys down low, your center, your power forward tandem is just going to overwhelm them. And they didn't. Because Westbrook not going to beat him by himself. He can't. We already know that you can average a triple-double all you want during the season. But this ain't the 60s. You can't win like that. There's no winning like that. You can get your team far, but once you get into the playoffs, that's when things get rough. That's when things get gritty. So they blew them out. I say Houston in 5, man. 6 maybe. The way they playing. They keep playing like this, they can shoot them out the gym. And big ups to Dan and Tony. He doesn't focus on defense much. He's more of a offensive coach. But the way that he does it, it's just once you put the right pieces around him, it clicks. And he automatically becomes a top coach. Because you have all these players that can shoot, and you have somebody at the point guard that can do whatever. The only thing he's missing is a Stoudemire. Clint Capella is no Stoudemire. Well, that's the only thing he's missing. A Stoudemire, and then that's it. Game over. So I got Houston. I got Houston in 5, maybe 6. I don't see OKC hanging on. I can't. They're not They're not there yet. Next year, they will be much better. It will be much better. Because I don't believe the fact that because, you know, Westbrook is doing all this, he's trying to get a triple-double, they patent his stats. I don't believe that has any bearings on them getting a free agent. Actually, I believe that players will want to play with him. Maybe not role players, but very good players. Like a Jimmy Butler would like to play with him. Like a Blake Griffin would like to play with him. I can see Blake Griffin being in OKC, and that's his hometown. So I can see that happening. So yeah, those are my predictions and reviews for the day. Again, we're not gonna do today's game. We're not gonna do today's games today. We're gonna do those tomorrow. We're gonna look at them. We're gonna assess them, and that's what we're gonna do. Like always, thumbs up, thumbs down, comment, don't comment, whatever you like. Ask questions. I can't help you if you don't help me. Closed mouth don't get fed, y'all. And that's it for today. Peace out.